Hi, this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff for our two antique booths and the two antique malls that we're in. Maumee Antiques in Maumee, Ohio, and Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan. And we are on our way to Maumee Antiques, and it's like March 1st. And I was talking to my husband about maybe I should put the Easter out. And then he helped me realize that Easter is like April 5th this year. So it is time to get the Easter out. I probably should have done it a little bit earlier. So as you can see, we still got snow on the ground. It's kind of hard to think about spring and Easter right now. But it is a good thing to see in the booth. It makes you feel happy when you start to see spring stuff. So we're on our way. And I have a blue display right now. So what I think I'm going to do is just keep all the pastel blues in there, and then I'm going to incorporate more pastel objects and Easter type items within the front display. So I think that'll work out pretty good. So come along with us and let's see what we're going to do here. So here we are at the Antique Mall, and we got to take all our goodies in. I think I can actually get it in a cart today, but we'll see. So let's park and take all the stuff in. So we mainly got all this stuff in the back seat today. Not as bad as normal, but I think I can actually get it in a grocery cart. So I'm going to go in and grab a cart so we can get it all in. So right now we have a blue display. It was kind of nice for winter. I see some objects that were not supposed to be in the front, but we'll incorporate them back where they belong. That always happens when I come in. There's always lots of picking up to do. And a lot of times there's stuff from other booths that it's sitting there too. And I have to get that to the front, and then they go ahead and put that stuff away. So here's our first cart that we're bringing in. It's going to be a 2-cart day. So we're going to have to unload this and run back out to the car and go get the second cart. So as we're going out of the store, we are on row 7, and we're on the left-hand side as you walk towards the back, about 4 or 5 from the end. So definitely come and visit us. Here's our second cart full. And we're going to haul this in. And what I'm going to do is just pull out some blue things and then start incorporating the pastels in there. Like I started with things that really didn't belong in there. Like that penguin's all nice, but he's not really an Easter type of thing. So I'm going to incorporate some of that stuff back into the booth. And we can have more room then to put our Easter stuff. And as you see here, we're starting to incorporate it in. It looks really cute with all the pastels. Love that jadeite cake plate, although it's a reproduction, but really nice. And anyway, so we're getting the top done, and we got to work on all these shelves here. I got a good start on it. So here we go. Now the shelves are pretty much done. The top is pretty much done. There's still some straightening out things to do, and I have to work on the jewelry and make sure that that's all cleaned up. That's always a thing every week I have to do. It's always a big, giant mess. And we got a few more things to incorporate, but we got most of it in. And the books need to be redone. So now we got more of it in. We got to still straighten up the books a little bit and straighten up the purses on the bottom and a few things to incorporate in the back. And I had a big scale in the front, and I took that to my mom's booth because she has a really good open area so people can see it, and I put it on a deep discount sale. So hopefully it'll sell. So here we are now, and we're getting to the jewelry, and we have that big tall jewelry thing. Those necklaces are so tall, they don't fit on a regular thing. So I am going to try to leave that in there to incorporate those necklaces. I'd like to get rid of some of those, and they're really, really a bargain. A lot of them are only $2, so hopefully they sell well. And we got the books done. And we're going to go ahead and give you a little tour, and I'm going to straighten while we do it. And we have tons of earrings on these racks. I have a little watering can with some flowers on the top. Getting ready for Easter, and here's all our little Easter items. And I'm narrating this a little later than when it happened, so a lot of this stuff is already sold. It really went fast, which is always a good thing. So we're going to straighten up. We have a few toys incorporated in there that we need to straighten up. So lots of bunnies. All those chicks have already been sold. They went right away. That little Easter egg on the top there went right away. The St. Patrick's Day girl, she sold, which is great because we're still before that. And our books have been picked up. And the books in the front are really a lot better. They're selling a lot better. Here's our showcase. And I redid this a few weeks back, and it's looking good. So there wasn't much there to do. I had a few objects I brought from home. I usually add some stuff to the showcase every week. And here's our green and yellow and brown section, and that Lego table on the bottom sold. Thank goodness, it took a lot of room. We got tons of purses. I put up a new pegboard here. Tons of purses for people to look at, and they're selling better since I did that. Got a couple Harley helmets down there. And I have been doing some big jewelry lot bags, and boy, they are going like hotcakes. I'm going through all my jewelry because it's the winter, and I'm making up bags of stuff that is more craft stuff. And people really seem to like that. We do got a new surveillance camera in the booth, so I think that's helped a little bit just with the stealing, even the fact that they're on. So here's our toys back here. And we always have to straighten those out. People have so much fun digging through those toys. Toys are one of my biggest sellers. They really like the toys, that and jewelry. So I'm glad we got this big section now that we can use for the toys. That works out really nice. And they're all labeled and in little packages. If you don't package your toys, then the kids will come back and play with them all, and they'll be all scattered all over the place. So I always package my toys. Unless it's a bigger item, then I don't do it. That's the purple black area. And over here we have the pink and the red section, which those two are my next job. I'm going to redo those two shelves. And then over here on the side of the back, we have all kinds of plush animals and some tin signs in the top. And we got Bluey there. And here's our blue section, which was in the back previously, but we moved it towards the front when we redid the blue in the front. So that's just been done recently, so that looks fairly decent. And like I said, these racks are always a mess every week. I have always add tons of jewelry to those things, so there's lots of new things for people to see. So on the end, I put a storybook knit sweater. Those went really well for me in the past, so hopefully that one will sell. A couple really old, nice pictures. And then here we have our front. That's looking pretty good. So everything has kind of been done and looking good. So this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Bye, everybody.